Hello, welcome to Manifest Wisely for you. Hoping you have some good luck in this reading. Start with an Animal Oracle card. Hope you had a safe Memorial Day. Kick it off, kick it off, kick it off. The heat is on. It's a warm one. It was warm Memorial Day weekend where I am at. So summer is here. Personal choice. Here, visualize. Sorry, the camera's a little backwards than what I'm typically. It's reminding me of like a Bob Ross painting right now. Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? This is interesting because this is the animal deck, and what comes up? It's a choose your own adventure. Okay, so if you're not familiar, maybe with what your spirit animal could be, such as a wolf here on the bottom, or that ladybug, okay? This is saying, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So maybe they are the type of animal that might be out in these woods. Maybe your animal's more like the type of animal that might be visiting the woods in a camper or something. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, doesn't have to be super mystical. But yes, you do have choices in this matter. Just as we all do. So using your discernment is going to be really important, I feel like. Yeah. And your intuition here. The loon. So perhaps being close to water as well. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. So maybe for you, collective, whoever I'm speaking to today, and of course this message may only resonate with certain people, it may not resonate for everyone. So if it doesn't, it's okay to click off the video and go look for a different message. So for whoever this is, this music may be very important to you because it's saying listen to the song in your soul. Like what is your soul saying to you? Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Which is interesting here because even though they're like in this group here, so maybe it's not complete aloneness, but maybe just a different grouping of people than what you're used to. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So yes, use your intuition and, determine what are those, personal choices. What do you imagine? As your strengths, as your good qualities, things like that. A little bit of positive self-talk and, using your intuition, the message here is just saying that, don't overthink it so much. Maybe one of your strengths is being intuitive. Okay, there you go. Cross one off the list. All right, I'm going to get started with the tarot here. I'll do a Moonology later. See what's going to come up here in the tarot. Sorry if I'm a little hangry. I'm waiting for my pizza to cool down. Don't want to burn the roof of my mouth. That would be owie. So, what do we have today for this collective? Speaking about personal choices, accountability, leaning on our intuition to get the job done sometimes. Sometimes you don't exactly know how you're going to get it done. You just got to keep moving and, right? Keep calm and carry on. Isn't that what they say? And then magically something works out, right? But don't get carried away, right? Or else, interesting. Now, let's do a chakra spread, please. Spirit, for this collective. I need to wipe this counter down now that hang on, I have to do that before I finish this reading now. I can't unsee it. All right, we are back. Oh, 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 oh. clean. I even ate a little bit of my food, so I will not be hangry through the rest of this reading. And trust me, that is a very good thing. Even though I cleaned this, it's not exactly, there's like something, I'm gonna have to take some Clorox spray to it or something, some bleach. Alrighty, let's get on with this reading, shall we? And this is for the collective that ain't doing the mess around. They're about their business, okay? So, if that's not you, bye. You know what I mean? Judgment. The whole thing's upside down. Hopefully not judgment. 5 of Pentacles. High Priestess. The Well. Interesting. The 2 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. And then the Knight of Cups. That's our 7. So somebody's seeing you as kind of like this love offer, but what you're like kind of balancing like which direction you're going to go, regardless of how somebody else sees you. So there might be some communication that's going to occur in whatever partnership that you're in. And it could be that this person sees your love, and the thing is, you have it as well. This could be also you deciding to kind of give it a shot, I guess. So that's going to be how you balance this vision, because this is in your third eye. So this is really significant. I feel like almost more significant than the 2 of Cups that came out in the throat chakra position. And then your heart here is in the Well. So, you know, you've had to dig deep to see what is going to be your motivating factor here. And you have the Judgment in the root chakra already. Okay. So it's almost like this is your time for ascension into something that's actually like of you, you know? And it's like you're summoning it right now. So, and here's the High Priestess at the solar plexus as well, which is, you know, in your creative spirit. So, leaning into some upper knowledge has been significant. Now, there's been some shakiness here with the 5 of Pentacles after this judgment in the sacral. So this could be a partnership here in this 2 of Cups that kind of, you know, it just never, you know what I mean? It never grew into the 10. It just got stunted. Okay. And likely because it was more in the sacral. And say maybe it was only in the sacral. So if you're unfamiliar with your chakras, maybe that's something that you can go and look up. In the 2 of Cups here, though, there's been some communication, been open in the throat chakra. So let's do a little bit of some clarifying, please, for this collective. I think I should go ahead and, yes, use this other deck. That's what I did, bring them out, so Noche preocupes. I'll have these shuffled in a jiffy, right? Especially the smaller deck is easier to shuffle. A little deck of regular playing cards, which some people do use those as well. If you don't have your own tarot cards, you can look up, or you can make your own even out of some index cards. If you're just learning. So, Spirit, what do we have to clarify here for this collective? Yes. So Pentacles want to appear even though, there's a Knight of Cups here at the end of this crown tunnel. But, I did ask for it to be all about those who are about the business, right? So this is Spirit kind of saying, if you're focusing on the correct vision, and does your vision have you balancing in a precarious nature, or does your vision have you standing, say more solidly, just upright like this? Now, this is graceful and unique and pretty, right? But can you sustain this, right? That's the maybe that's what this judgment is here for. So can we clarify now? Yeah. Wow. Judgment with the Tower. And, Mars has been out recently, the planet, which is related to the Tower. Yeah. Then with the okay, interesting that this Nine of Swords wanted to come out. I saw this right at the beginning when I grabbed this deck. Spirit saying it doesn't really want you to worry about what has happened, because you have to be focused on the growth, or else you're just going to end up in this stunted motion again. That's where that karmic cycling appears. And I hate to have to even say that, if you're somebody who's causing that stifling, this is not your reading. Like, you should have clicked off this a long time ago. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. We're trying to do for the betterment of ourselves first. That's what, all the self-love's about. And then others, and then that comes naturally. But if you're trying to manipulate people and cause towers and events at their foundation, then who are you? Like, you're somebody that everyone wants to run away from. You're, literally the fire starter, right? So anybody that's knocking off your crown, okay, that's not somebody who's good for you. Because look what can happen here. Causing a tower in your life. And then here you are, like, trying to rehab, okay? But Spirit's saying you don't need to be worried about this right now, okay? Because the judgment's already been called on the situation. This is just showing you kind of what that situation either has. This could be recent, past, current, or coming up for you, okay? But to me, this was a current energy read today, really strong. And this Five of Pentacles is really, yeah. And here 5 to 9 too, like causing you stress in your downtime. Who wants that? This is the time where you're supposed to be starting to unwind and be with your partner, not like causing these kind of separations and these anxieties. Okay. Your 5 to 9 is supposed to be your enjoyable time, right? Outside of your 9 to 5, if you work a 9 to 5. Okay, so hopefully you caught that little analogy there. In the solar plexus with the High Priestess, please, Spirit, for this collective. So you may be feeling like you're fighting kind of like some kind of unseen battle almost, that only you're aware of, kind of here with this High Priestess is what I'm getting. And we'll pull a Moonology also. 8 of Pentacles. So Spirit's wanting you to just focus in on, again, what drives you. So once you have this vision, this 2 of Pentacles here in your third eye closed in on, and maybe you already know, like so I'm not going to suppose like what this is for you. Maybe you're a graphic designer, maybe you're an artist, like a digital artist here. Maybe you're somebody who works from home, and you're able to get a lot of, maybe you have a studio. Okay, so leaning on things that you possess knowledge of and uncovering them during this moon cycle is really important, I feel like. So this high priestess it's really connecting with where the moon's at right now, which it's about like at a half um, placement, and which we are waxing full. So let's clarify the well in the heart chakra position, please, for this collective. Yeah. Incense. You might want to burn some incense just to clear your space. Sometimes it's tough when the weather changes and then we keep our windows closed, but it's good to, get things aired out. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. So Spirit wants you to lean on the abundance that you have. And you can see how this character is dressed. They're like in a plain outfit. I mean, there's even a bird on their head. Like they look like a complete farmer here, right? But this farmer has food in her hand, other food, and all these pentacles and this fertile ground that she's standing on. And perhaps this is her land, right? So there's a lot of abundance here, Spirit saying that you don't even have to go and find. Like it's just right here where you sit. Okay. So this, yeah, well water imagery might be significant to somebody. Again, with the incense, the burning, there's something about the burning, and maybe that's something that you do. And if you are on a farm, like a lot of times they burn, every so often. So maybe that's significant for you. Let's see what's 2 of Cups is saying here. 3 of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit's calling you to work with somebody, perhaps about this situation that you're in. And I feel like it is a situationship, and definitely the reason why, because, the Knight of Cups is in the crown here. This is not like the King of Cups, or, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a first date energy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's this 2 of Cups here trying to be balanced, but you're being called to work on certain projects, and maybe that's where this kind of new balance of the love energy is going to come for you if you're in this collective. And not every message in here may resonate with the collective that I'm speaking of. I mean, maybe you already have like a work partner or something, but maybe you're going to spawn some new projects. And again, there's some choices that are going to be needing to be made here with this 2 of Pentacles. And when you have a Tower in the root with this Judgment, it's almost like, I feel like for some of you, like this Judgment is the protection that's coming in to kind of help you make the correct decision, because this was a Tower. So it's going to be like, it's just going to be very clear to you what actually is the right decision. You're not going to be confused anymore about like, well, should I go left or should I go right? Well, I mean, if you want to go to the place, that's on the left, then you need to go left. And if you want to go to the place that's on the right, then you need to go, to the right. It's, Spirit saying, stop overcomplicating this situation. And here you have the twins. So this love is going to get reflected back to you in a visual sense. Gemini may be significant. But this is it when you choose the path for you. Okay. Somebody once told me, take 2 of everything. And I found that to be a strange thing to say, especially like, when you're like in a, not in a partnership, you're only thinking about, only like, I only need 1 water. I don't need 2 waters, but sometimes, Spirit saying here is preparing yourself for the vision of having that holding space. So you can see here, like they're not actually holding hands. They're like almost about to hold hands. So it's kind of like Spirit saying this can come together into this one here, but you're still two unique people. Okay. So this is more transcendent. This is more that kind of higher than 2020 hit on the. So this is, yeah, more transcendent. Not just kind of like not first date energy, okay? But maybe it's just that it's going to be somebody that's on your level that's going to come into your vision where maybe you've been balancing so much that you haven't been able to see it before. Okay. So interesting how this message is coming out today. I know, I just never, it surprises me every time. I guess that's why I haven't hung up my tarot reading hat yet, you know, because there's just things happening in these energies. That 9 of Cups came out for somebody. But with the collective spirit here, what do we have? Thank you. And it is the 8 of Cups. Yes, so some soul searching. Because, yeah, somebody comes to you with this, right, after you're kind of like in this heavier like lovers, like 2 of Cups, and you're like, wait a second, like, is this even, you know? So crowning your destiny, making the right decision, it's kind of weighing heavily for some of you in this collective, I feel like. Now, obviously, that's going to be helped as you move through, I mean, these transitions, because you started out with the tower, you know, getting clarified with the tower here. Then, you know, if you end up with the 10 of Pentacles here, with the 10 of Cups, Jesus, the star. Wow, you really thought this was going somewhere, huh? And then you ended up with the Knight. See, this is where you started. All right, let's get the Moonology involved here before I go reading the bottom of this deck too much. And I think this will help clarify some of the message. So definitely get out there. It's been very clear. If you are a stargazer, Gemini is very clear right now. The Moon and Venus were visible last month. Now I think it's just Mars out there, but it is so bright. It's really amazing. So, what can we clarify now, please, Spirit, for this collective? All right. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. This is so strange. I actually pulled up an advertisement the other day that had for the eclipse, for a solar eclipse that's happening in 2024. So I don't know if that's significant to somebody. But this says new moon eclipse. So I don't know when the next one of that is, because we're about halfway through our moon cycle right now. But maybe if you did manifest something though in the new moon, so that would have been about 2 to 3 weeks ago, you know, that time frame, you are starting to see some of those changes now, you know. So maybe that's like you started getting up 10 minutes earlier every day, and now you're starting to see a change in something. But it's going to be very powerful, so much so that like even a total eclipse here cannot block this light that is going to be coming through. So this might be like a real breakthrough moment for somebody. And I mean, when you have a tower here, you know, and the judgment's been called, you know, it's always like, I hope it's in your favor. And that's the reading that I'm doing for, not the other way, right? So again, if you're the person causing the tower, yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So somebody's really been trudging through. I feel like that's why Spirit's been asking you not to worry here about this 9 of Swords, and to move forward and lean into, you know, so, you know, take that Capricornian energy and pour it into your work, pour it into a hobby, and then just watch the abundance flow, and it's all going to happen naturally, as if you were just, you know, going to this well and just going to go get another drink of water. Okay, it's going to happen that fast, right? Whereas this, you know, you're moving through the rocks, like it's actually like you're on the surface of the moon, you know, like, and it's been a rough go is what I'm hearing. So that abundance is going to start coming through. One more, please, Spirit, for this collective. I mean, somebody's going to have a decision definitely about these lovers, I feel like. And, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily a person, but like maybe it's like, I really want to spend time doing X instead of doing Z these days. You know what I mean? But I love both of them so much. Well, it's okay to take a break. And that might be what this Eight of Cups is about. It's like, you know, taking a break from something you love doesn't mean you don't love it anymore. It just means that it's no longer serving you in the way that you thought. It's almost becoming like remedial here, okay, with this Knight of Cups. So if it's not balancing in a way that's befitting of you, then you are going to have to move on and figure out a way that it is going to befit you, all right? But that doesn't mean you give up on the love itself. Really, this dog is something else. So signal would be the summon the end of the reading, please. Wow. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way. So for somebody, if there is a conversation to be had, especially with this throat chakra opening up here, with the Two of Cups, definitely get that conversation out in the open, because what it's going to do for you, Spirit's saying here, is it's going to provide you opportunity, okay, that you're going to be successful, all right? So, and don't forget your personal choices. You know, what animals do you imagine in your mind? Could be this Leo here, you know, this goat, Capricorn, you know, going through these tough cycles, this loon, this intuition. Leo appearing here again on the Two of Cups. And definitely some guides coming in to help you on this journey, seeing where you've struggled. And that's why I think it was important to get this message out today. Here you go. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So just know that, like, even though, you know, like things might be a little frustrating right now, like tomorrow can be a completely different day. And that's why we get a new chance every day, okay? Because, you know, even though we want to try our best, not every day is always stellar. And sometimes that really sucks. Here you go. Yeah, look at the bigger picture. So Jupiter, the planet of expansion, Sagittarian energy, go beyond yourself here. Balance spirituality and practicality. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like I would love everything to turn out perfectly as, you know, it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be all zen and cool, but well, like not exactly, right? Like, have you ever been to the ocean? Have you ever, you know, you see the surfers trying to navigate those waves, okay? Like, some energies just cannot be tamed. We have to sit back and appreciate them, okay? And not only that, but realize we are in one flow with that universe. So it's actually, you know, like a compliment to us as humans that we're even able to be a part of that. And so going all the way back to the beginning of the reading here, the loons on the water, and that water being significant here, I feel like, especially with the crown and the Knight of Cups, and this love energy coming through with the Lover's card. Again, Gemini may be significant. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please drop a comment if this resonates with you, or like the video, share it with a friend. And happy manifesting. Bye bye.